CEO, Vista Holdings Limited, and Chairman, Real Estate Developers Association of Lagos Chapter. Dr. Tony, with decades of practical experience, develop growth and investment strategy. Last but definitely not the least, we have Dr. Ambassador Ndu. She's the President, Real Estate Marketing. Funke is known for a strong experience, property, client engagement, and broker. Applause, please. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. This is Victor Olusoji. I work here at LBS. I'm very... Thank you.
The question asked with the Veritasi, so I'll bring the guys for you in this question time. The QR code is hand. Man is sitting on his mic.
So are we excited for this discussion? Yes. That yes is very low. Yes. Should we stop having lunch? Okay. So as I said earlier, our discussion will be around best practices in real estate selling. And what are our objectives? We hope that at the end of this session, you all will understand what actually works in real estate selling, just beyond just the theory that you had in class. We hope that you'll be able to get practical solutions to some of the problems or challenges that are bothering you right now when it comes to selling. We also hope that you will learn due diligence, trust, leadership, and ethics, and how they impact sales outcomes. We hope that you gain practical insights from their real-life successes and failures, and we hope that you'd be able to apply best practices to improve your credibility, your conversions, and long-term growth. So, this question goes to all of you. In a market filled with competition, information asymmetry, buyer skepticism, what truly separates successful real estate sellers from the rest? Would you like to go first?
Thank you for...
So thank you for having me here. In the market where there is competition everywhere, I think what will separate you as a salesperson is by being professional. And also, majority of realtors are always after selling. In fact, on a scale of 1 to 100, I think about 90% to 95% realtors are concerned about just selling. Nobody is dishing out education. And most of these clients out there, some of them are in the diaspora, they've left like many years ago. They don't know much about real estate market in Nigeria. In fact, there are a whole lot of deep things about real estate. It takes you to be here to know the deep side of real estate. So it is, forget about the data they are seeing online and all that. So if you are not in the sector, you are not practicing the real estate, Yeah, one thing that will actually different you is to educate your clients, then by also being professional. So that's my take on that.
So much. Dr. Vivian, would you like to...
Oh, yes. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm happy to see a few faces that I know. I can see Peter, I can see Awele, and of course I can see Chineye, and I can see my sweetheart right there. That proves to say that our leadership is impacting a lot of people, and that makes me really proud, okay? I'm just gonna dive right in. This question cannot be overemphasized, actually. One, I always tell my colleagues, my mentees, for me, there are 3 currencies to sustaining a healthy business relationship with your clients and keeps them coming back. First currency is speed. And what does speed give you? It puts you on edge. It puts you the first choice in your client's head. Okay, for instance, there'll be a demolition somewhere in Agbara. Be the first to tell the client, send a memo on their email, on your email list, and tell them, this is happening, don't be scared, have a soft landing with this information, and if you've bought from me and the property is within that vicinity, you have nothing to worry about. The demolition is going to take between so square meters and this square meters. Does that make sense? So that is the speed currency. Second currency is, of course, the integrity currency. It is very important because you do not want to dice with your integrity. Every client wants somebody that gives them a comfort zone when they are purchasing, right? For a client, I bought a property, but for you, it should be a relationship business transaction. In what way? They want to be sure that, you know what, Vivian is treating me as though I am her sister, as though I am her sibling. Treat them in such a way that they feel very comfortable with you. Some people even go as far as trusting the integrity of you, for instance, and tell you things that even their wives, tell you properties that even their wives don't know that they have. Well, Vivian, I bought a property in the Atlantic, but my second wife doesn't know about it. Oh, how can we do this? How can we do this? I want to move money from my offshore account and buy this property. They're engaging you into things that people don't normally ask them, right? So the integrity currency is key. Number 3, the verification currency. For every verification you do in terms of your lands, housing, or whatever the case may be, it should be up to date. You see people, they tell you, oh, I bought this land, it has COO, but it was demolished. How did you get your COO? Have you gone to update the information in Alausa or in Aegis? Do you understand? So different government, different policies, so you should be up to date. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That was very, very informative.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Veritasi Homes Limited, and thank you, LBS. I think the last time I was in LBS was like 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, the last time I was at LBS.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. And thank you, my people. Everybody here are my people. So, when we talk about best practices in real estate, we have to look at the sector that we belong to, that we are representing, which is the real estate sector, which is the 3rd largest sector in the Nigerian economy. So at the moment now, we have over 41.3 trillion that real estate is generated to the Nigerian economy. So, and we that are representing this industry, we have to represent it in a way that we'll be able having more than what we are having at the moment. I'm taking it from the Redan perspective because for us at Redan, we look at a lot of our members that have done this business in the past and that are not even bringing the right properties. Imagine land that does not have this title, they claim that it has it. And most of the realtors too, they will never know. They only just to sell, as Kennedy has said. He said that they just want to sell and get their commission. Do you know, after like 3 years or 4 years,
even some within 1 year, they will come for you when that property has one issue or the other. At the moment now, we have over 1,700 cases on real estate transactions that are fraudulent. And you have already eaten the commission, you've even spent the commission, when they are not coming for you. So we have to be a good example. Some years back, I was at EFCC. I was not at EFCC because of that I'm the developer of that property. You know that company now? Yeah. They just invited me that this company, they sold this property. And it is your brokerage firm that sold it. You have to come to EFCC to come and report. This guy, he bought this property. At the end of the day, he could not deliver because they have some issues with the family that he bought from. And instead of him to settle it, this guy ran to Canada. He ran. He was no more in Nigeria. And who would they hold? The head of the Realtor group that sold it. So that is how I found myself in EFCC. Till now, we are still settling it. Thank God, another bigger developer has bought that property. So we've not called all the clients and we are not settling them. They are paying more. So, but as Realtor, we should ensure this in what we do. Any property that your brokerage firm or the company that is giving you, they will not give you the right title. They give you, and you have to carry out your own due diligence on it before you even selling it. So we have to develop ourselves more. When we started there, we don't know anything. If you give me a property and you say it's Gazette, I don't know what is Gazette. The first time I heard that word Gazette, I thought it's gizzard. Yeah. A client called me and said, I saw a property you advertised. That was 2015. That you say this property has Gazette. I said, what is gay? I said, you are the one that wrote it. That is, he was telling me, you are the one that wrote it on what? I don't know. I just have to say, I will get back to you. But those days are gone. You have to know your product. You have to know what you are selling for you to even get. A lot of money is coming to Nigeria. Over 23 billion enter last year. $23 billion enter last year from diaspora remittance. So it is the realtors that know what they are doing. It's the realtors that know their product, that are selling the right product that will get this money. So that they will not do business with you. At the end of the day, it now backfires. They will leave you, they will not give you referral. You will be out of business. So we realtors, we have a long way to go. We have to meet with our leaders, get the title, go verify, get even everything that they said about that property. There's some property, you buy it, they will say it has CFO. At the end of the day, that's your, no, you go do your due diligence. You will see that it has CFO. After some time, that CFO is no more. It happened to us. We lost money. We lost money, over many billions that we lost in that project. That I was now asking the SA to governor, as Reverend Chairman, I was asking the SA, what are you guys doing concerning this? That this property have this title, but later we could not find it. She now said there are a lot of things happening. I said, but when you discover this didn't happen, those people that perpetrated that brought that property out and put it on the system, that why are you not sanctioning them? He said they sanctioned them and then print it online that these people, he said no, you know, Lagos, I will say wow. So we have to come together, both realtors, developers, and make this industry an industry that people will see as reputable, people will see as putting their money, so that your client will not bring money and lose his money. So that is it.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. I was here, thank you. Peter. My last time I was here in LBS was about 5 years ago when I did a course here. 5 years ago. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Last time I was in this building was 5 years ago when I did a course here. So then I came in as a student. Today I'm a panelist. That's some level of growth, right?
Can you see? That's growth.
That's growth. And what does that also mean? If I have not been developing myself, Veritasi or LBS will not ask me to be here today. So, beyond your question, self-development is what? Is key. That said, the question was, what distinguishes a realtor, right?
So my question was that, so now our market is filled with competition.
Yes.
You know, everybody has similar information, and our buyers are very, very skeptical. They don't trust us. What separates successful real estate sellers from the rest?
Okay. The first thing that separates a successful seller or realtor is how you view the business. How you view. What village people start winning? Now, I was saying the first thing that distinguishes you as a realtor is how you view your business. Are you here for the long run, or are you here for the short term? Are you here to just make a couple of millions and say, okay, are you here to even use this money to start another business? So, okay, I'm here to just get some money and fund my passion. Or are you here for, like, we are here, we die, we live here, right? That distinguishes you from the everyday realtor. If you are here for the long run, there are things that will distinguish you, right? Number one, you will go all in. You will go what? All in. Because you know that your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner is from this business. So you don't have a choice. You will go that extra mile. And when I say extra mile, if it means you coming out on a Sunday for inspection, then you will do it. Secondly, if you want to be distinguished as a successful realtor, you'll be consistent in what you're doing. You don't post real estate today, and because nobody saw your post, or nobody liked your posts, or nobody commented, you say, this business is not for me. And tomorrow you are posting human hair, or posting designer bag and shoe. I'm not saying you not excel in it. Yes, you can excel. But the person who saw your post 2 days ago and is considering that property, and like, okay, let me follow this person. Let me follow the person and see what he or she has to offer. And he comes back a week after, maybe when the money is now ready to buy, and he's seeing back on your page. He or she will be disappointed. I say, you're still ready. You're not ready for this business. So if you know that you want to be distinguished as what's the word now? A successful realtor, right? And an authority in your business, you need to be consistent. This is key. It's not negotiable. Like I said, this advice is only for those that want to be distinguished as a what? A successful realtor. If you are here to just make some millions and go, then leave this group right now, leave this chat and leave this room. But if you are here for business and you need to mean that business and do all what it means, all it takes legally to be here. Now, then another thing you need to have is integrity. Let your word be your bond. At all times, give what we call full disclosure to your clients. Now, a property is selling for 30 million, for example. That's the land price. You and I know that there are some associated costs, statutory costs, right, that comes to properties. And you say, because I don't want to scare the clients away, let me tell them I've only the land first. You're going to be the one to pay that extra fees yourself. You're not careful. So, full disclosure at all times. Sir, this is how it is, so it's better for you to know everything now. Okay? You need to put in the work. That's your bond, your word be your bond. Also, you have to be knowledgeable in your field. Know what's going on in your industry. Like my sister here said, when there's something coming up, be the first to inform them. Do your research. Read books. Go online. Take courses. Develop yourself. Learn about what you're selling. Be an expert in your field. These are some of there are many, but I don't want to take too much time. These are some of the ways you can distinguish yourself as a successful realtor. Thank you.
Thank you. So, we've heard what you said, from the currencies to educating your clients to needing to represent your industry better, and then viewing your business, understanding how you view your business. But then, how can sales professionals embed due diligence? I know that Dr. Tony has spoken about due diligence being more of a problem than an advantage in some situations. But then, how can you embed due diligence into your selling process without slowing down the closures? You know, most times we want to close the business quick. I think this time I would like to start with Dr. Funke. if you don't mind.
The man beside you there is a lawyer. So you should be the first.
Don't worry, I want him to. It's going to end it.
Okay. How you can embed due diligence
Yes.
and not slow down the closing of the transaction.
Yes.
It still goes back to one of the things I said about being knowledgeable. If you know, if you want to sell Ibejuleki, for example, if you know the history of Ibejuleki, if you know what government plan for Ibejuleki is, the do's and don'ts. If you as a realtor is able to do your research and read up about Ibejuleki, for example, you will know how to answer those questions. Secondly, personally, I think every realtor, there is nothing wrong in you doing your own search yourself. Yes or yes? It's good to rely on the search you get from people, from the developer, from the group and all. But seriously and personally, I don't see anything wrong in you having your own lawyer. It doesn't have to be on your payroll, right? It can be just a one-on-one arrangement. If you, for example, I want to sell to you, sir, Mr. Daniel. I want to sell the plot of land to you, and you're saying, okay, I want to know the price. I tell you the price. I say, okay, my lawyer will contact you, right? Is that situation familiar to anybody? And they say that my lawyer will give you a call, and I say, okay, sir, I'll be expecting his call. And while I'm waiting for his call, I'm sending you a search report that I, as a realtor, did, that my lawyer sent to me. You know that more often than not, the client may not even bother, since I already have your own search report, with a registered lawyer stamp and all of that, and seal. I believe that's what you people call it now, lawyer, seal on it. He may not bother to even go ahead and do his own search. So that has helped me to reduce the time in closing the sale. So yes. So I think a realtor should also take that among what is one of your duties, to do your own search reports on that property. That will help to slow down the sales process.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Doctor. Dr. Quinn.
So on due diligence, I see due diligence is not just about the property. We also do due diligence on the company bringing out that property. I remember some years back, I was into one transaction, and that transaction actually is my first transaction that will give me millions. You know, I've been making 200, 300,000, 400,000. So as that was my first high-ticket sales, I was so happy. The client came. I took the client on inspection. We went out for inspection. We even took canoe because they are doing some filling. We were on the canoe, on the boat, to see where the land reached and the rest. We got back. You know that the developer actually has some past this thing. I don't know that my client is even, the guy that already even dropped the check. In the evening, for the company to cash out the money for the the client dropped, the developer just called me. Tony, please, we go to the bank and I want to cash this money. We could not cash it. I said, please, call your client. And I call my client. Do you know what the client told me? He said he has done some work on that man, and when he now find those things about his what the project that he has done before and the rest, that he is not buying again, that he has called the bank not to honor the check. Do you know I was crying? Yeah, I was crying because it really touched me. Because that is my first major sales. I plan it. So it is madam that was not telling me, my worry or call me. That is my husband, don't worry, another one will come, and the rest. I was on my window, I was staying on the mainland. I was crying. That is other man did not buy. So as realtors, we should also do due diligence on the people behind that company. You have to find out. Some of them, they've done projects and they abandoned. I have some developers that they are in Nigeria, but you can't get them on call. Anytime they want to call you as one of your friends, they will call you. Then I will ask, can you give me another number to reach? And you say, I will send you another number. Immediately, you try to call that person back. It will not go again. They are in this country and people are looking for them. Just on abandoned projects. So we have to do our due diligence to that extent, not just on the property. So for you to close deals faster, be a person that your clients, they are not familiar with you, because they know that what you are giving them When you say A, it is A. Not when you say A, it is Z. So we have to work like that with all our clients. They will be giving you transaction to the extent that you will even be tired. That is how this work is. You eat money, you will even be tired. So we have to take this very, very important. It's very important in what we are doing if we want to get repeated sales. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Phil. Yes, Dr.
Okay, so I'm going to be very practical with this explanation, and I want everybody in the room to not just adhere, so mimic this style. So for every sales, sometimes due diligence can actually slow down your sale if you're not prepared. So what I do, it's okay to copy me, it's fine, no problem, but you pay after this. So what I do before, I don't rush into a project and say, oh, this one is raining, no, let me start posting it. No. Sometimes I go into the engagement of that project after 3 weeks. Some of my clients are like, they're calling me, have you not seen this one that is raining in Ikoyi? What's happening? You're not posting it. I said, sir, because I'm working on it. Everything needs to be updated. And when I send my emails, I don't just send the email introducing the product. My emails are in sections. First, product introduction. Second, documents after due diligence. You will see it. I censor it. If you go to Alausa and you do search, for those of us that do search, you see it. Everything, every deed of assignment, everything will come out. The price, how much they bought it, everything will come out. Yes or yes? And you see that. So what I now do, I censor some information. So some of my clients will not be like, land that they bought in Ikoyi, 2,000 naira. That's what they are using to. Do you understand it? So I censor it and I put it out there. So it's a game of, are you ready to deal or not? So it speeds up your sales process. Instead of them asking you, oh, I've seen it, send me the due diligence, and you are running up and down like a chicken. You are already there. You're way ahead of them. I have a client, we did a JV in 2015. And that was my first JV that I ever did. Before then, I've been having JV offers, but I didn't understand it as much as today. But one thing stood out for me, due diligence and integrity. I did my research so much so that the owner of the land was so thrilled. If this one comes, if this developer comes, they want to rush the land, I'll say, sir, please give us some time, because I was the mandate to the property. Give us some time, we need to work on the due diligence and all that. And I didn't just do on Alausa, I went further to do on their personality and the company. I found out that this person, some of the developers were doing some projects on the mainland and they were abandoning those building projects. And I went further to even go there, snap picture and show my clients. And he rejected it. Fast forward to 6 months later, I closed in on one that was my direct because I had somebody that actually wanted to do that project, and I was sure that this man would deliver that project in less than 24 months. And guess what? That happened. It was direct from here, and that gave me my second home in Lekki Phase 1, by the grace of God. You know, JVs can be very sweet. I wish we could actually go into that discussion, but it's okay. I'm a pro in JV as I speak to you. And JV can be the fastest way to owning your own home. I know there's nobody here that has less than 20 million in their account. We're all big boys. Yes, by the grace of God. So if you want to close a deal, you should be 10 times faster than your clients. So due diligence should be the first thing. Don't be scared. Don't say, oh, the product is already making rounds everywhere. Relax. Do the right thing. And when you come out with your own format, your clients will be like, this is why I waited for Vivian. Does that make sense? Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, before you talk, I would just like to inform all of us, this current session is being streamed live. So, the more you clap, I did not say so. So, on to you, sir.
Sorry,
How
what's
do you
JV?
think we can fast track
Oh,
that process
Okay.
while embedding due diligence?
Okay. It's two
What
ways.
JV means? Joint venture.
You can look at it in two ways. Number one, the property it tends to sell is not accidental. Like you already listed it on your platform, or you already have it in mind to sell it. So what you should have done earlier is to be proactive, to have done your due diligence before even enlisting that product. So we don't become anywhere below face realtor. Permit me to use that word. And if peradventure is a kind of partnership deal that they just brought to you, that you should close or something, as a realtor, you need to have list of network in your value chain. Like for example, now, if you give me a document here now, I know somebody I will call at Lance directly. Immediately, I will tell the person with the kind of relationship and network I've created, I will tell the person, please, I need it done in 10 minutes. And I need the CTC stamp. So he's going to apply for the CTC certified true copy, and they are going to stamp it. You know, one is proactive, the one is reactive. So the reactive one is, as a realtor, you are making money. You need to have built this network. If I need another one to confirm, so some of us will just go to a building, just want to sell, check only title. Nobody is checking building approvals. Now, as we speak, even the house you have already built now, last car, Lagos State Building Control Agency are pasting letters on every houses in Aja that provide your building approval, provide your stability test, provide your certificate of completion and habitation. So due diligence is not only for title, it encompasses a whole lot. From title, in fact, they can demolish your house because of environmental paper. Environmental. They can demolish your house because of material testing. They can demolish your house too. So you need to have all those networks too to be reactive when closing a sale, so that you don't slow down that transaction. So that is what I do. And but if you are just coming up as a realtor, you can entrust. If you trust your brokerage firm, you can trust them on the due diligence they do. Like us now, most developers that are in partnership, because I'm representing the BRG president, Dr. Emmanuel Abikoye, chief coach of Lagos. Some developers always tell us to fasten up our, due diligence, because most of them always say some other competitive brokerage firm, some of them, not all, do not do due diligence. They use BRG to front that if BRG did not post it, then we will not post. That is not your own. You should go and do your own due diligence. You understand? So, and we do our own due diligence in such a way that we do it firmly, because I held the position as head of due diligence because I'm passionate about it. I didn't come into real estate. I was so afraid coming into real estate because my perception was real estate is full of scam, and that's true. It's full of scam. So if you do not know your onion very well, you are going to be in that. You are going to be crossfire. You understand? So if you are not reactive, be proactive. And also, some of us we started making money. Try, if you don't want to go through the stress of going through the network, reactive and all that, get a lawyer or get an agency that specializes in due diligence. They can, and you can go under retainership with them. They can actually fast track the due diligence process for you, and by so doing, I believe you will close your deal very fast. Thank you.
We have heard that you should be prepared, be proactive, and always be ready. So now, I would like to ask a question for my people here, my realtors here. In your experience, what challenges, like what kind of scams have you come across due to a failure to do proper due diligence? In your experience so far, I would love to start with Dr. Folu, if you don't mind. So, what scams, and how can they
Okay, there are a lot of scam. There are too many experiences that we have seen in this our business, where they will bring property for you and the developer will tell you this property have a section extension. You just see a lot of grammar on a property. And when we got into the real estate industry, then those years, we just want to break through. We want a breakthrough for our life. We want to make it. We want to, you know that word we used to use. You say, I want to hammer. Yeah. So when they bring all this kind of property, who will sell it? We can even sell sand to you that living in the beach. Then, so we are just selling, just sell. But we came to realize that all these are not, they are not the real thing. It's not about just the money. So we've come across a lot of them where developer will bring out a property, he will tell you this is what this property have. At the end of the day, when you search, the survey that they give you a survey for a property in Ibejuleki. At the end of the day, when you do your search, you'll be seeing Ikorodu. Yeah, we've seen everything. There are even some that after we've sold all the property finish, we will discover that there is no property. We will now have to re-strategize with the developer. You are not going anywhere. We have to do something. We are moving them. The developer will now go and get another property. We will now start moving the people that bought to another property. So there are lots. But those are those days. Now the game has changed. If you present a property how they call your name out. Now we have the likes of Scott Uguma. You will not go scot-free. They will call your name out. Even the realtor that is selling, they will call your name out. We even have VDM now. So we have to be careful. Don't take any property. Meet leaders. As Israel said again, he said that you should have depend on your decision. I will still say, don't just depend. Still carry out your own due diligence. Have a lawyer, a property lawyer, not just a lawyer. There are some lawyers, they don't know about property. They will call and say, lawyer, I'm a lawyer. At the end of the day, they are lawyer, they are lying. So you have to look for property lawyer that you can make friends with. That you make friends with. Look for surveyor that you can make friends with. As you are, so on your phone, have that what do you call that to take coordinates? The GPS. Take coordinates, send it to your surveyor to help you plot it against the survey that they give you. So you do your search very well. Because at the end of the day, we have people that are out of this business because of this. They are no more in the business. I solve a lot of cases every day. I was telling Madam Funke like 2 days ago, I said, I'm even tired. When my tenure as Resident Chairman reached, so that I want to go. You will start so. I'm not second term. I don't do second term. You will start solving issues from money. Sometimes you don't even have time for your own business. And are they paying us? No, it is service. We are serving. Are they pay you? She is our PRO. They have not paid one single dime on this. It's just that we are here to serve people. So I don't want you to bring any other case to me again. Do your due diligence. Well, I think Madam Okiche will have other.
Okay. Experience choke. Yes, so I don't want us to look at just the developers as scam, as unscrupulous. There are some that are doing the right thing. Yes.
Please clap.
Veritasi is one of the few that stands out on that note. Yes. And sometimes let us not always point fingers at these developers. Do you know that there are some unscrupulous realtors out there?
I'll give you an example. So because of the position I hold, president of Platinum Cape Realtors, we do trainings every Monday to educate our realtors. So this particular Monday, the boy came in and said, Mama, this deal, you don't close, finish. And Mama, just help me put call through. And maybe the man needs some encouragement. And Mama, if they hear your voice, this is your English. If you did. I said, where is the property? He told me. I said, so what do you want me to do? He said, Mama, just tell them, say, now you be the lawyer. Just put. How much is the property? 180 million. How much did you tell the client? 260. Is that scam? Yes or no? He said, Mama, no, it's loading now, no man. I say you are into a business of wealth creation. You're not into spare parts. If I go to Ladipo to buy tire, somebody comes to me and says, Mama, I have the same tire for less. Or I have it for more, but my own is more original. I would not feel too bad because it's a common commodity. But when I say the property is 180 and you want to do 260, that is a rip-off. I don't know how many of you remember the call out from, what's that his name again? Scott, and called out my friend Bridget. She quickly put out a disclaimer. But guess what? The explanation you give matters, that doesn't as much matter as the presentation, the accusation that has been laid upon you. I always tell people, developers are scammers, realtors are worse. Yes, because we know the truth. We know that this property has K-leg. Let me digress a little bit, please. The property, you sold that property. You carried that property on your head. I also did the same. But when I realized that there was a K-leg, they had property in Ikorodu, they abandoned it. They ran from there and came all the way to the island. For some reason, I kept asking myself, why does this MD, why does my presence irritate him so much? And I realized, because I asked too much questions. You see, these people, they love dumb people. They don't like intelligent women, to worsen the case. When a woman is intelligent, they're like, she knows too much, I own too much. I started asking him, Mr., what of this your place in Ikorodu? How far? Because some of my clients are saying that their brother, their sister bought there, you've not settled them. This one, you're coming, you're building 1 million, 2-bedroom everywhere. Some people you are allocating, you're not allocating. What is really going on? You need to put out a statement. You can't go from A to B, and we know all this, but because of the commission, before it comes, you are thinking of, oh my God, I made a sale 2 days ago. I'd already spent the commission. That's how it is for most of us. Especially when the client does outright, 300 million outright, you're already thinking, hey, my 5%, oh. Do you understand? But let us try as professionals to always do the right thing. It's not all about looking good. It's not all about the glam. When this money comes, Loro Piana, hey, that Gucci shoe, that Gucci purse. Even though we know that this year is kind of, I go cut my coat. You want to cut your coat oversized. Whilst that is okay, let us try to do the right thing. I lost about 2 deals last month because I asked the right question. Guess what? The client was sentimental, bought from somebody he claims to be his girlfriend. And I know that property has K-leg. This is canal. This is the property. He didn't do 50 meters. He didn't even do 30 meters. They will take that property. They will bring it down. But then again, who am I to encourage somebody that made up his mind? A man and a woman matter. Who are you? Hello? But I know that in the next few months, not even years again, because the government is being very, very fast. They are coming like a wild wind. So I know that this property will enter story very, very soon. But look at me here. I'm okay, but I lost over 5 point something million naira in commission. But that's okay.
knowing the right thing as realtors. Let us, if you see a bad building, you go to somewhere in Aja, that popular estate. The building is clearly like this. You know, when they were building, they did not even do soil test. The topography of, I'm sorry, am I shouting? Okay, thank you. I wanted to know that you guys are here. So, the topography of the land is marshy. And you're not even doing a piling. You're just doing normal rough foundation and you expect it to stand. It's not possible. The integrity of the soil is an error from inception. Ab initio that project, your building consultant is supposed to tell you, Oga, you need to do piling, even if it's just 3 decking you want to do, even if it's 1 floor, because of the marshy land. And you as the realtor, you are aware that they didn't do the right thing before building, but you just want to cash out now. Let us try to do the right things as professional realtors, and God will bless us at the end of the day. Thank you.
Amen.
Yeah. I wanted to say, add something to that.
Yes.
There is a type of scam beyond title documentation. Scam. There is a kind of scam that people are not even looking into. And that scam is overselling. A developer tells you, on the day of launching, you ask, okay, sir, ma, how many plots do we have here? He tells you, I have 150 or 50 acres or 50 hectares. And you now say, okay, can I see the survey? And he shows you a survey of 10 acres. And you're saying, sir, but this is showing, hey, don't worry, we can always buy more. We had an experience, that's REMS, with a developer. Exactly. I'm sure they were of that experience too. And he kept saying, MFK, we can always buy more. Or another one is, they'll tell you the land is 53 acres. When you go and do your search, find out that the city only covers 10 acres. I'm sure you've had that experience too. And you're saying, don't worry, you are going to buy more. Can I see the survey of the more that you are buying? Story will start. Now, that is one scam that we all need to be very, very careful about. When they tell you they have this amount of land, you need to show me documents that show that, yes, number one, you have that amount. Number two, the title document you have covers the entire expanse that you claim to have. That's another scam that people are not aware of. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
So my contribution is, everybody wants to scam each other. In fact, there is scammer in realtors, there is scammer in developer, there is scammers in buyers. Even the client, that's the buyer. Last 2 weeks, one of my colleagues called me that a client needed a property facing the express, commercial, 2,000 square meter. Okay. He sent a signal to me, a red flag, that this thing was too sudden and urgent. Then I said, okay, I have it. Okay, this is the property. This is how much it's going for. Okay, the person said, okay, my uncle said, the uncle called, another number, load 30 million naira, my own money inside. Okay, we call the developer, tell them. In fact, all of us are accomplices. Because you are also calling the developer. That means you've actually joined in the transaction as well, in the scam. He said, okay, add it. And at the end of the day, it is scam that want to scam scammer. Because the guy, the next thing he said is, I'm serving my master, I have the money in cash, it's in the warehouse, I want to send fridge. Immediately my friend just called me, I told him that, oh, you are gone. Because I told him that, okay, the next thing he's going to tell you, I've sent it, it's on the way, customers owed me. NDLE has owed me, but I don't have cash to go to the bank to send to them. Why not pay with your money as a realtor? So in fact, my friend was not experienced about that kind of scam. I tell you, that is like 1980s kind of scam. And there are still other scams. Some people will tell you they want to pay into your account, then you will be the one to pay. If anything you cash you are gone. That is another kind of scam. And so there are a lot of scams. You just have to be very, very careful. Even developers too, where they oversell plots. In BRG, we track your sales. We track developer sales. Once you have surpassed that stuff, we started it about a few years ago. We just, now it's our platform. You don't have this thing on our platform. We just put sales close. It's not difficult to do. We just print it on our flyer and put sales close, and that's it. So you just have to be careful. Everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much. When a lawyer talks, it's always different. What do you say? So I take it now that we all agree that a lack of due diligence or poor due diligence practices will affect our brand and repeat business. Are we all agreed on that? Okay, very good. So we'll move on to selling strategy. So how do you successfully sell value, not just location or price, especially in premium markets? This question is going to Dr. Vivian. Okay. How do you successfully sell value and not just location or price, especially in premium markets to high net worth individuals?
Okay, so I think it also boils down to my first, was it the first or the second answer that I gave? You know, how you position yourself as a realtor matters a lot. There's something called, what's it called? Being oversaturated as a realtor. You know, some people will say, oh, sell everything. I'm sorry, that's not my school of thought. There's some products that I can't sell. There's some product that doesn't meet the standard of my brand. Okay? Not to look down on any location whatsoever, no. I mean, I do Ibajuleki, come on, right? But I try as much as possible to select the brands that I want to be associated with. Everybody's in Ekpe. Ekpe is the new Lagos. But who really understands the dynamics of the growth of Ekpe? What developer understands, okay, you know what, this is what Ekpe needs at this time? What developer is selling at the future price? So I hope you know some of them are selling at the future price. They are overselling. That's why I see something like, why is it so expensive? Some of them have concrete title. Some of them do not. So it is okay for you to, select some products and tell yourself, you know what, these are the products I'm working with. Because it's not easy, especially when you are a realtor that focuses within properties within the Ekpe axis. There are a million products, and guess what? They're all selling. So when they begin to make the rounds on social media, you are wondering like, why am I not selling this one? Because of the pressure from clients, you run and post something that is below the standard of your belief system or of your professional work ethics. I'm not going to mention names, but I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about, okay? Because it's a very delicate response to this particular question. Secondly, there are some times where clients will be like, I want this place, and you know that that particular property is not good for that client. It is okay to tell the client, no, this is not good enough. Why? State your reasons. If it's foundational, structural integrity reasons, you state it. It's a dry land, it's a dry land. By the time you do soil tests, the soil test will give you the reason why it's not a dry land, yes or yes? Some topography you go, you won't see any water, you won't see any trace of, what's that tree, that long thing that, exactly, you won't see it. But by the time the soil test engineer comes and puts that their machine, and they go like 20-something piles down into the ground, they are seeing water everywhere. And you want to build a 4-story, it can't work. So you advise the person and say, look, this cannot work. From that, integrity structure that you have laid from your brand, that alone can set you apart from every other realtor. You mustn't post everything everybody's selling. You mustn't do bobo niche. No. Please forgive my French. You mustn't do everything everybody's doing, okay? And I also want to say something, I may be digressing a bit. For those of you who are within the Lekki Phase 1 Ikate corridor, seeing a beautiful building is not enough. These permits that he's talking about, that the lawyer just spoke about, these are very important permits. Before you go to the first floor, I hope you know that before you build any structure, like more than 3 or 4 floors, before you go to any floor, There's an agency that comes to verify what you have done on the first floor, yes or yes? Beautiful houses doesn't cut it for me. How did they start? Your due diligence goes beyond documentation. You can do structural due diligence too. Thank you very much.
So, Mr. Matthew, I'd like Mr. Matthew to go. Would you like to add to that? So basically, how do you sell value, not just price or location, to your customers?
Okay. When we say value, it means that something that is worth more. It means feelings, something that is how your client will feel much more better than just money. Okay, so it depends on the client you are selling to. Some clients, when you start prospecting for them, some of them want security. You understand? Apart from title security, some of them also want physical security. Like for example now, in some estates, you can actually sleep with your eye closed. In some estates, they don't have burglary. Hope you are aware, you know.
Yeah.
They don't have burglary. It's just they don't have fence. They have door fence. They don't have, like, for example, Nikon Town. Okay, so if you are selling for such clients, you already know after prospecting for the clients, you know what they want. So at the end of the day, you end up selling a value to them. Like you are selling security to them. You are not selling house. If you are selling Nikon Town, what are you selling? You are selling what? Security. You can't access that estate without the consent of the landlord. You can't access it. So you are selling security. Armed robber, it will be difficult for armed robber to rob there. However, there are some, you get, that will bypass. But to some extent, the estate is like 99% secure. Why some? What you are selling to them is probably healthcare. Like for example, you might have some estates where they prioritize healthcare, like come out, like it's a must for every resident to come out to jog, to do some recreational activities and all that. They come like monthly, quarterly to do health checkup and all that. And before you know it, if you pitch such estates to some clients, some of them, like for example, some Nigerians in the diaspora, they have so much work and they've worked their health out. So when you pitch some estate that have health value to them, that has also trees, horticulture, and all that, they intend to get more value from it than pricing. And before you know it, pricing will not be anything. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Sir. Dr. Tony.
Okay, thank you. So I would like to add to what Vivian and Matthew just said now. So a lot of our clients, which are Asianized, they are not asking house cheap anymore. Yes. So the question that most of them ask, they ask is, how scarce is that property? How secure and how strategic? So for us as Realtor, we just have to niche down so that we can be able to scale up. So what do I mean by niche down? Vivian has said it, that you should not just be selling everything. When they bring this one, you want to sell. When they bring that one, you want to sell. Know the particular property that is okay for you. You have to even learn about your temperament. What kind of temperament do you have? When we start, then we just want to sell everything. If you bring property that is 500,000, then you want to sell. Property of 50 million, you have not even learned how to sell property of this. You want to go and be selling those big ones. So at the end of the day, you will not be able to be successful in that business. So as realtors, we have to just learn what our clients want. I remember when I started, when we started then, we don't have this training. We don't have LBS training for anybody. No training. I went online looking for people to train me. That's how I got to know about Grant Cardone, when he was talking about negotiation, yes, about how you dress, how you meet your client. It is when we now start traveling and I see how realtors behave in abroad, how they welcome their clients. The first time I went to Zidamak, they gave me food. They offer us food and tea. before they took us for inspection.
Yeah.
So that's how we learn all those things. So we as realtors, we know the kind of business we are doing. This business is very big business. It's trillion naira worth of business.
Yes.
So we have to learn everything to be able to meet the demands of our clients so that we can be able to sell better and become big too in the industry.
Thank you so much, Dr. So Dr. Funke wants to...
Yeah. If you're a good salesman and you know what you're doing, when talking to a client, price should be the last thing. If you know your onions, you will have sold the value. If I get to a point that it's a client that will now tell you, please, how much is this property? So as a salesperson, price should actually be the last thing. There are other things that you can talk about the property. And again, what interests me is different from what interests him. There are different strokes for different kind of clients. You'll be shocked that the reason why a client wants to buy property is because Obi Kubana lives just next door. That may be it for him. For some people, it's status. So for some people, it's who is your neighbor. For some people, it's what facilities are there. For some people, well, a good example is some people that will say, oh, I only fly business class because of the kind of people I will meet on board, right? Exactly. It's not like the money is cheap, but because of the kind of caliber of people I will meet. So different strokes for different clients. And it also still boils down to your track record and how knowledgeable you, the realtor, is. So yes, value, price, and location, but I check what the real value is. That is what determines how the sale goes. If you do your job well, the price should be the last thing you'll be discussing. The client should be eager to say, oh, please, I've heard enough about this property. How much is I'm interested?
Thank you so much.
I just wanted to say something. So it's just a life experience I want to share. So I was trying to show a client a house around Old Ikoyi. And we passed this supermarket, Dilly's. And he's like, oh, okay. And he said something. I said, I hope there's no Boku here. Please, what's the meaning of that? He said, I hope there's no Boku supermarket around here. And I asked him, I said, sir, please, what do you... He said, if there's any Boku around where I want to buy, that is a red flag, because he's a high-end client. Thank you. So he said he doesn't want that Boku mat there at all. I said, there's no Boku. In fact, I went around the street, started looking. Is there Boku here? So, you know, to show you that these HNIs, they know exactly what they want, right? So within that area, you have like, maybe like fish markets, you have very high-end restaurants and things like that. So that tells you that these HNIs, they know what they want. They're not just buying for the business relationship you have, no, or just buying sake. They want to be specific. They want a scarce property. They want somewhere that is unaccessible. They want somewhere, before you leave your house and come there, you ask 10 people for the road. Thank you.
So we have some questions from the audience. I think there was a barcode. Right? Okay. Would you like to ask? Please use the mic, Mr. Alphonsus.
Wonderful presentations from all our panelists. My guy at the top, my chief, Dr. Funke, and Madam. My question specifically is on the JV that you talked about, man. So, from what you have said and what I've gathered, and it's related to what I was discussing with my colleague that was here, was that time is coming when commission should no longer be the only thing that we are benefiting in this job. If not, we'll never grow, and we'll continue to be where we are. Now, JV-wise, you were talking about something. You said you brought two people together, you brought a developer, and you brought the owner of the land together. Thank God we will know developers now, or we may know some people. You were able to get a property, a house. You were able to get something from the deal, from the JV.
Oh, you need something.
You said a house. I thought you said a house. Sorry.
Yeah, so the something you mean, is it commission?
No, not commission. You said beyond commission. Yeah. So you got a house. Now I want to know, was it the developer that gave you the house, or it was the owner of the land that gave you the house, or both of them contributed to give you? And if so, how did you negotiate about that so that we can learn from that experience?
My voice is pretty loud. That's why I keep asking. Is it too loud? Okay. So when you're doing JV, you must be very careful. Most offers like that don't come in easy. If you are the mandate to the land, and you are the agent to the developer, it makes it a bit seamless. Now, you and I know that when this developer comes to you, they assess the place, put their proposal, and when it comes to the meeting, after meeting, signing, stages to it, right?
Yes.
Most developers will say, Vivian, I don't have money to give you. Yes, I don't have 1 naira to give you. What can we do? Oga, money is nothing. Commission is nothing. Just sign. No problem. No. You want to whine me? No. Tell me, what do you want? I said, okay, what are you looking at? He said, okay, you know what? Can we do 20 million? I said, if we're to do even 10% of the value of the property, I know what I'm supposed to get. Okay, so what do you want to do? Vivian, I don't have money. I can do 50 million. Okay, give me a minute, I'll call you back. You call the owner of the land. Ma, what's the way forward? They've already said they're ready to sign and everything. Since we're signing tomorrow, Mommy, what are you giving me for my commission? Vivian, I told you I don't have money. Okay, what do you want? I'll give you 10 million. These people, they'll try to make you look stupid. 10 million, the land is valued about 3 point something billion. If I do 5% of that, don't you know how much? So I'm like, Mommy, it's not possible. Okay, can we do A, B, C, D? I don't have. Okay, you know what? Can we do collabo? What are you giving her? This X amount. What are you giving her? X amount. But if you even want to sell the apartments for 150 million or 200 million, then in Lekki, we're selling 2-bedroom, 150, I think, yeah. I said, even if we're selling, the money that you want to give me, collabo, I will owe you 30 million naira. So at that point, I was owing them 30 million naira. I told them I don't have 30 million naira to give you people. Except you will cut it down. We drag, they will say, okay, 140. I gave them 10 million.
You gave them 10 million?
Yes.
For the property that was 150 million?
Okay, catch up now.
Yeah.
Catch up. I talked about speed.
Yeah.
Before you go into a transaction, calculate your money, calculate everything, calculate your objections. Let me tell you, the worst people that want to see you make it, a few developers that don't want to see you make it. I'll tell you why. I'm sorry, I'm very practical. I bought a house from a developer 3 years ago, 2023. At that time, I was married. I asked my husband, I married late actually, so, you know. My husband came into the picture. I was already made, you know. And he said, we need to have a house together. Your properties is your property. Our home is our home. I said, And now you come like this guy mad differences. So when he came into the picture, I'm sorry, I'm going to take a bit of time. When he came into the picture, because I know the beautiful ladies are going to learn from this. Yeah. When he came into the picture, he said, okay, we need to do it together. I said, well, my together, 20% is my own. Take it. He said, Madam said before. He said, okay, we looked for the property we got. When we entered, we found out that the guy wasn't really managing the place well. From nowhere, they made me ESCO, Owners Association. I said, don't put me in trouble. This man is my business partner. Before you know, we started going to court. I became the developer's enemy. What did I hear from somewhere? I will never sell my house to a realtor. What does that tell you?
You know too much.
So before you deal with any developer, use your, don't use emotions. Don't say, because he's the one that is it. As I'm talking to you, we handed over the property last year by the grace of God. The court gave us the yes. He handed over every document to the last penny. Now we are managing the estate very well, smooth, clean, healthy place to live. All right, so did I answer your question?
Yes, to a large extent. But I want to aspire to add.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Yes.
JV.
I love what Madam Vivian just painted now from my experience with developers. But me, I will still say something. I'm a developer, and I want realtors, not just sell house for me. I wanted to also own houses. In our estate, the first estate that we built, we have 3 realtors in that same estate. The second one, now, we have like about 6 of our realtors that have house there. And how did they become homeowner? Most of them became homeowner from, as they are selling from the commission. Instead of collecting that commission, they just subscribe and the rest. Then on what it said on JV, I noticed something. Anybody that is helping us, as that is the agent that brought the JV to us,
yes,
these guys are making money. They have houses. Sometimes the commission that we are giving them, part of the commission that we are giving them is 1 unit. So that's what Madam Vivian was saying too. So there are bigger deals. I know we are closing our deals with Veritasi and the rest, but we have to increase our capacity. Israel was talking, and people are thinking Israel is a lawyer. Israel, are you a lawyer?
No, he's not.
No.
But he does a lot
Because
of.
he has trained himself in that capacity. So the same thing, every one of us. I started, I don't know anything. Only thing that they say, SIM
Recharge card.
and recharge card. And I work with MTN before coming into real estate. And I started training myself. I sent myself to school. Even before companies say, yeah, go and read this school. I sent myself to those schools. And I read out. And look at where we are today. So, we don't know who we are. That's why we are working below
Capacity.
our standard that's supposed to be working. Yeah. So she has gotten houses from that. Sometimes I used to look at, let me call the name, Mr. Shino. He's one that did our phase 2, he's one that did our phase 3. Okay. The guy has, in our side alone,
yes,
after he has given him 1 house here, in this one he has 2 houses, he has 3 houses again inside our estate, only in one. And I said, me where I be the owner of this estate. The only one they give me for you. At the end of the day, when the company look at it, that this is the chairman, you collect, we are 3 partners. So only one. Some, I have 2. But that guy has like 6.
Okay, sir, the B part of the question. The developer.
So sorry.
Excuse me.
So, Dr. Funke, I have a question I think I would like to direct to you. The Nigerian market is tricky. One is currency shifts. One else, please. Can you hear me? Sorry, can I use your mic? So, Dr. Funke, this question is to you. The Nigerian market is tricky. One is currency shifts, while another can be a new area. What is one innovation that has helped you keep your sales consistent?
The answer is in the question already.
Please, someone needs to learn.
Consistency has helped me to a large extent. There are many things that has helped me, to the glory of God. Yes, the God factor, undeniably. But there are other things. Consistency is for me number 1. Number 2, integrity. I was treating a case of a member, not a member like that, but a few days ago. A particular company said, pay this amount of deposits and we'll give you allocation, right? You'll be able to identify your units. They didn't say you can move in, just so you know that, okay, when I enter this estate, my house is number, block, whatever there. This realtor, because she wants to quickly close sales, told the client that don't worry, once you pay the first deposit, the MD is my brother, I will talk to him, he will give you the keys. The matter, it took the grace of God to be able to, So yes, there is the pressure to sell, but you need to know what you're saying. Consistency has helped me, integrity has helped me, my track record, to the glory of God, has helped me. How did I maintain a good track record? Relationship with clients. Right? Have a good track record with your clients. Let them be happy with your transaction and be happy to refer you and give you repeat business. I could go on and on, but for me, consistency is key.
Thank you so much, Dr. Funke. So for Mr. Matthew, I have a question. For someone who is not a big boy, this big boy is in quotation marks. How do you find clients before you are able to afford due diligence? That's one. Afford buying a car that will now enable you to win clients.
Okay. Most of us that started as a realtor here, we started from ground zero, right? Am I right? None of us started from the top. Most of, in fact, when you start from the down, you grow up, and your growing will be so consistent that it will be difficult for you to fall. Now, somebody that is coming from another industry that wants to, most time you still have to come back to that ground zero to understand the basics of this real estate. Because if you don't understand the basics, there's no point. In fact, you will be the first person that they will scam in the industry. So you have to understand the basics. So you don't, and when you understand the basics, you will definitely grow. So you don't have to become a big boy to be able to afford. Most of all, like when I joined real estate, I was like a digital marketer. When I came, I did an advert. Within 2 weeks, I made like 2 million naira, like 7 years ago, as my first sales. You know, I was not a big boy, but I started from ground zero, and I was able to afford what I needed to afford. And how much did I use then? I used 33,000 naira. So is there anybody that is coming to start that does not have 33,000 naira, or that does not have 10,000? Some of us have gained a bigger deal with just 10,000 naira, am I right? With 20,000 naira adverts and all that, am I right? So that's, you don't need to become a big boy to be able to afford those professional fees. You can start from ground zero and you can go up as fast as possible.
Thank you so much, Mr. Matthew. So this question goes to Dr. Tony as the chairman of Redden, Lagos chapter. So how do we ensure timely publications of real estate reports to guide investors, both home and abroad? What can we do to ensure timely publication of real estate reports?
Okay, I would say in Nigeria, the way our business has been. So what I notice is Nigeria, we are not like what we have out there. But now that Redden is there, we have also LASERA, the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Authority, that give this report every day, every year, in the beginning of the year. Like for this year, we drop for our group, which is Redden. In January, the one I drop on the group. So to ensure it, we have to look at what has been happening in the industry before now and make sure that we prepare for it. Not that when we now enter into that new year that we will not be bringing out, will not be trying to get the data and every other things that we need to bring out that report. So we work with previous year's data. We work with new data that are coming in to bring out the new reports every year in January, then for all our realtors and all our real estate practitioners to be able to make use of it.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So we have two questions from the audience. There's one from... Yes, please, could you take your question?
Thank you very much, sir. So I understand how important this question. That's why I ask it. Ekpe, there is currently something regarding, the layout, yes, and many people are not aware. I would like you to, explain if it can ever be resolved, or the only option will be to have double or triple, and also how the Redden is helping with that particular aspect. Somebody also, Mr. Israel, when you said that, oh yes, there can be scammers in developers and clients, can there also be scammers even in the government sector? So those are my two questions. And what aspects of that government sector to watch out for, for the sake of people that don't know? Yes, from the government aspect.
On this, now, like on the Ekpe matters. So when the Ekpe tsunami came, that government start demolishing those estates. When you look, before now, government has said that people should not sell. They should not sell those estates. Yeah, before now. So before now, government have warned developers not to sell those houses. But a lot of developers, you know, when we started that year, it was the year that they normally give us what they call excision. But now, government has said there's nothing like excision. That even when you meet family and they are the rightful owner of their land, you still need to meet government. Can I say? But our developers, they just go out, put signboard, start building gate house, and they sell those properties. We've done several meetings the last year when those things happened with government. Government is saying that all those places, we finally go for what they call allocation. Those lands. Do you know that even with that, some developers are still selling at the back? Yesterday, one of these developers, they brought, I told you about the one. All the clients of that company, they came, they did meeting together. I don't know how they know themselves. Some, they've invested 50 million. Some have invested 100 million on this particular property, on this particular company. They sold, even when government said we should not sell, and Red and Two have announced to any members that people should not sell, but they are still selling. That's why in January, when we brought out our own report for real estate outlook for 2026, one of the things that I wrote there in that report, that when we finish our report that we now release today, that any untitled property, nobody should deal on it. No developer should deal on it. No client should buy. Because when you buy, at the end of the government will come, they will take over. I've lost a property. That time we got this property, and on this property, remember Lekki Pier and Pier here in Abijo here. We got this property. We spent over 300 million to get this property as far back as 2019. On this property, we found out that the developer is owing bank money. He's owing bank from 200 million. That money increased to like 700 and something million. Amcom came, they seal over the estate. They took off, they drive us. They pursue me, the developer then. Out of that, do you know that we have to go back and buy? It's not that I don't see it, I saw it. But the agreement between me and the person that sold to us, the company that sold to us, is that as we are paying you, you pay the bank. But when this man collect money, he will go and do Dorime in Dubai. Yeah. And I was now following up with him. I would say, sir, we just paid you 200 and something million today. Next I saw you, you are on top of yachts. You said, Tony, don't be wish hunting me. He blocked me from Facebook, blocked me from Instagram. So due diligence cannot be overemphasized. We bring out this report every year. We bring out this report. We follow. You have to follow it. Where you should not even try, don't touch. Some of our property that we sold those years, that we sold for 500,000, 600,000 those years, they are coming out now at 16 million. The same property. So what we happen to those that bought then, they are not having from that estate. They have to give them back their money back. So now the business is open, not like before. This is it. You see, you buy. You see, you buy. It's what you see that you are buying.
Okay. To my own question, he said if there is a scam in government too when it comes to land matters. I hope I'm not on camera. I don't want to be dragged. So, yes. Okay. Yes. I would say yes, because if you didn't go through the right direction, they will just collect your money and there will not be anybody to even hold accountable for it. And also, do we know or have you heard of the word PR before? Does it have receipts? So, what is more scam than that? So, that is the industry we are. All the stakeholders, you will see the baggers and you will see the good egg too. You understand? So that's how it is. I will just hope you understand. Thank you very much.
So I think we're done for today, unfortunately. We've had a very, very wonderful time with them. Please, let's clap for them. So we can't take any questions again, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. So now we have another ceremony, Daniel. So firstly, we would like to take pictures. Where are the paparazzi? Paparazzi. So I would like for us to stand and take pictures. I believe any other questions, you can direct them directly to them. Okay. Who's taking pictures? I think, are we at the center? So thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So
No, we don't let
So there's going to be a presentation of plaques. There's going to be a presentation of plaques, of award plaques.
Okay, this is. I think it's for you. Okay. Yes. To you, Mr. Matthew, thank you for always being there with Veritasi. We appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. Next. You know. Yeah. Dr. Vivian, thank you for always being there. We really appreciate you in Veritasi.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's why I do. Yes.
Thank you so much. I love your word.
As our people will say, the biggest masquerade is the one that comes out of the then last. To Dr. Aspire, our day one Oga Patapata, we really appreciate you, sir.
Thank you so much. I love this. It's wonderful. Yeah, Veritasi to the world.
Thank you very much. Yeah, well, still remain one. Move. Mr. Victor, we need you here, sir. Last one, no. We have something for you, sir.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, Mr. Victor Olusoji.
Yes.
Yeah, that's for you. Okay, sir. Yes, group picture. Yes. Nana, go arrange your stuff. Okay.
Say Veritasi.
Reward.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, have we all signed the attendance for today? Please, the attendance is here. Make sure you sign the attendance.
Dear executives, please let's sit down. Dear executive, please, we need your attention.